The best thing about skateboarding, or one of the best things in my eyes, is that you can move to any town, like in any city, and if they have a skate park, you will find a place to make friends.
Yep. Instant family.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode of the TF Cast. I am your host, Willis Stout.
Hey, Grum here in the solarium. It is November 23rd.
And I'm your host, Jacob Aces. Today with us, we have Connor and John to talk about the DIY skate park that's down in... Describe that neighborhood for me. Connor, just kick it off right away.
It's under the bridge in 160, or under 169.
Sure. And like, I guess, yeah, I don't even know what that's like the Sibley neighborhood.
Yeah.
Off of Sibley Parkway.
Right on. So how did you get started in the? I mean, it's very visible. That's what first caught me about this. I was like, this is really right there, and they're building stuff. Like, how'd you get in a position to be able to do this, and like it, what's going on?
Well, for Mankato and Mankato skateboarders, a lot of it came from necessity, because I remember that our group of skateboarders had gone looking around for kind of abandoned places like that, parking lots. So we looked behind Gander Mountain when it was Gander Mountain at one point in time, and we were scoping that out for like a potential DIY spot. But eventually, a lot of us live kind of near to that place, so it was kind of a no-brainer that there was just a patch of ground there, and we started skating there a bit. And we were thinking, maybe it'd be pretty cool if we had some stuff there. So. Yeah. It started off actually a couple years ago, where a friend of ours just bought some blocks and liquid nails them to the floor, and that was all it was for probably like a year. It was just
a ledge,
just a little ledge, and a pallet that you had to ollie on top of if you wanted to turn around. And it was just like that for probably like a year and a half.
Yeah, and there was like some pallets out there or something. There's a whole bunch of stuff, like seeing it go up, and then. It seems to be there. So I guess my like suspicion with all of this is like it seems to be a long-standing establishment at this time. Like it's been there for a long time. I've been watching it. There's an Instagram for it, and like there's a lot of features going up. Isn't the normal thing that happens with like skateboarders is like someone like tries to shoo you away or knock your thing down or something like that? I'm just impressed by the fact that it's there, and like I'm always seeing people on it.
Yeah, normally that would be the case, but it seems like all the people in the neighborhood seem to like it, and we've actually had police like come by and ask what we're doing, and I'm like, oh, okay, and as long as you're not causing any trouble, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I would assume that it also just keeps like because there's features where certainly like they don't want skateboarders on certain things. So like if you have a spot it's like super awesome that you do, and you're not ending up getting like harassed by building managers or like police or whatever. So what is the future of the project like? Is it? I feel like I'm always seeing something on Instagram that's going in there.
Well, the future for now, I would say probably not a whole lot, because there's snow on the ground, but I would say maybe around April, May, we want to start building more stuff, and a goal that we've had is to get more concrete up there. But it's kind of like a group sourced stuff, so everything that's been built has come from the skaters themselves to fund it and make concrete runs and stuff like that. So it does add up, and we add stuff whenever people have the spare funds for it.
Yeah.
Cool. What is sort of each been your individual roles and like favorite parts about the last summer of the season out there?
I really liked working with the concrete for like we built a little spine, so that was really fun.
Was sick.
I think so too. Yeah, that the spine, and the truth be told, Kevin, our friend, did a lot of the work here.
Yeah, he should be here, but he's a recluse.
Yeah, he's not here today. But yeah, he did so much of the work, and he's built all these cinder block ledges, and has always been up there sweeping the park and been gluing stuff to the floor.
Don't forget shoveling tons of dirt to clear more concrete.
Yeah, Kevin's the man. If you end up listening to this, you're the man, Kevin.
And you should have came with.
And you should have came with.
I saw that too. The whole patch was like had been left over from something quite a while ago, it seemed, and then there must have been truckload of dirt on top of the little concrete pad that you were able to recover, and you've been patching the cracks in it and smoothing it out. And I saw it when the spine was drying, so I just pulled through that.
Nice.
And, it looked like a sweet feature. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Is that like black tube that comes up out of the ground?
No, that's a pole jam.
Yeah, that's a pole jam.
The spine it's like the thing in the middle that goes whoop like that.
Kind of looks like a Twinkie.
Oh, sure.
We also got to add a Twinkie though. That's just like a spine, but it's rolled off
Yeah.
on the top.
Yeah, what for people who've never seen it, or like, you know, just like random skater who might be watching, or anyone at all, what features are there?
We have a bunch of ledges, and they're all of different sizes. We got a couple boxes down there. We have a flat bar that's really low, and it's super slick. It's really good for learning grinds on and learning slides, but it's really, really fast. So don't I can't stress that enough. You will slip out and die if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. We have a spine, which is kind of like the centerpiece of the park. And on the spine, we have a parking block that we concreted over. And so you can grind on that and slide on it. You got to go really fast to grind on it. I could never get it to work.
We just got to lacquer it again.
Yeah. But you also got to charge it. People run across from the whole other side of the park just to hit that. Like, they don't even, everything else doesn't matter. You got to go full speed if you want to hit that.
And there's a few quarter pipes and bank ramps around the perimeter of it too, to kind of give you a little flow so you can go back and forth.
Yeah. They need some work, though.
Yeah, they
But
do.
we would love to get some concrete on there.
That'd be cool.
I think it's not like a tombstone thing too. What was that about? Was that like a Halloween feature?
Yeah, it
or-
was. That was Kevin's idea.
Yeah, they made a tombstone like wall, like I guess not really a pole jam, but like a wally.
Yeah.
So you can you just basically go really fast and smash into it and go over it.
You got to, when you hit it, you got to jump and your board will pop up and do all the work. You can get your shins taken out pretty easy trying that one, though.
Yeah, I'll leave it to these two. I've probably got like 6 hours on a skateboard in my life, so I'm goading my first injury, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I did the least of all of my friends, especially when it comes to like actually hitting the park and stuff. But when we were kids, you pretty much had to like find a spot, wait for someone to get you in trouble, and then run away. I've had friends have boards stolen, broken, everything you can think of by cops, or even just like store owners and things like that. But yeah, it's a really important thing for the community, and especially something that you don't need any money to have access to, or a ride up on top of the hill, for instance. Yeah. I know, Connor, you've been skating for a long time in this town, and John, I'm sure you have as well. I think I've seen you around town for a while. And could you just kind of tell me about the skate community in town and kind of what it's like to be a skater here in Mankato?
Being a skater in Mankato, at least from my perspective, because I don't know everybody in the community, and I think that's kind of crazy that I actually don't know everybody in the community, because I've been skating 17 years here, and I still see people out skating all the time, and I don't know them. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not just us.
Yeah.
So that's really, oh, sorry.
It's the same with me, and I've been doing it for 20 plus years. So
Yeah, but for a really long time, the community, our relationship with the YMCA has been kind of give and take. Like when they rebuilt the park, they kind of went in, grabbed everything. They basically grabbed us by our shoulders and shook us around super heavy because they wanted a lot of control over that. And I can see it from their point of view. They sunk a ton of money into it, and they want to make sure it's getting run right. But
Oh, you're talking about Chesley now?
yes. But there are a lot of skateboarders that also don't go to Chesley is a thing too, because another thing that's like, it's a deal breaker for some people is that they do require helmets.
yeah.
And some people just don't want to wear helmets and they don't go skate there. And so that's part of the reason why our DIY was built as well, was to provide an alternative to that.
Cool. So, and what sorts of things can people do on the DIY park? Do you guys have any like no bikes or no scooters? You guys
It's
get everybody.
basically open to everybody,
Cool.
as long as
Open
they're
and free.
respectful and
Yeah.
pick up their garbage. And,
Yeah, no drugs, keep it clean.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's
What
good rules. Good set of rules right there for a public skate park.
What how's it been like working with designing a park? You know, what are you thinking about when you're trying to create a new feature or thinking about like maybe even what Chesley has that you're like, we could do it different this way with, you know, our scrappy version.
Yeah, well, a lot of comparing like something like a DIY park to something like Chesley is you really got to think about it in a different way when you're building it. It's like, because, well, first of all, Chesley was built by some master builders, Woody and Jay, and those guys have like decades and decades of building.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful park.
Yeah, those guys really knocked it out of the park, no pun intended.
Yeah.
But the thing to consider with a DIY is that you can go home for the night and then come back tomorrow and it can all be broken.
Yeah.
And
It
so-
could be gone,
That's something that you have to keep in mind like all the time when you're skating a DIY.
which has happened before to us. Because it used to be on the other side of the bridge from where it is now. We had a flat bar, and that was pretty much it, right?
We had like a flat bar, a kicker. It was pretty basic, but
Yeah. And that got torn out and destroyed. So,
Like somebody like took the features or like someone just removed it and
I don't even really remember. I just know that I got the call one day that it was just gone.
oh sure.
Like they tore it all out.
and that
So,
was that.
Yeah. So,
We've had a problem or two like that at the DIY too, but it was nothing like that. Like I think one time right after we built the spine, I think someone threw a brick through it or something.
oh yeah.
But
It
that
got
was an easy
smashed
fix.
up. Yeah. Fixed that like the next weekend.
Luckily, that was only the first layer of concrete that we'd put on there, so we were gonna go over it again anyway. So take that.
Yeah, you helped. I don't think they're watching. We only have the most respectful viewers here.
Welcome to the Triple Falls ad read. This is where I tell you a little bit about what we offer, because we're a production company. We offer video services, production stuff, sound, lighting. You could even have a podcast that looks like ours if you wanted. Speaking of the podcast, if you'd like to connect with us and ask us questions, send us guest recommendations, or even sponsor an episode, connect with us at cast@triplefalls.org.
Good to hear.
Have you guys had a pretty good response to it from either the community here, or have you had like some outside communities come in to try to sesh with you guys or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of people from the cities actually get connected through the Instagram page, and our friend Kevin runs that. So, but a lot of the time, people come down from the cities just to skate the DIY, and that's like mind blowing.
Yeah, that's really cool actually.
Yeah,
I
they
love
had
that.
a big session there like right before it got too cold.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I wasn't there. I was working.
Yeah, I've seen people shooting skate. Like I was driving to your house one day and I've just seen people shooting skate videos. I think I was that Jack guy again. He was shooting like on that ledge by West.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was nice. To see. I almost like slammed on my brakes. I was like, you can't. It's my town to shoot videos. It's not, but like
We make the videos around here, bud.
but it was cool to see. I really liked that. Yeah, I'm just like it's cool because I just it's one of those things where I go out of my way to drive past it because I always just see different people out there and like I like to see people like building things and doing things and I imagine I grew up in New Ulm and there wasn't a skate park there and I remember like my friends getting shoot off of stuff constantly and I mean I think that they still probably do get shoot off of things over there but they have a pretty nice skate park there now, and I don't know. I guess some of that maybe brings people together to have that like shared experience of like being a little bit of a counterculture type of thing.
Most definitely. The best thing about skateboarding, or one of the best things in my eyes, is that you can move to any town, like in any city, and if they have a skate park, you will find a place to make friends.
Yep. Instant family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you felt that around the DIY park?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And how's the response been to the Instagram page? Like that actually was one of the things that really, like, I mean, fueled my interest in it. Cause like, that's like what I see most of the time. Like I'll see something on, and I'm familiar with some of the people who I've seen skating on there too.
Yeah.
So like it's prompted me to like go check it out a couple more times.
Yeah, should. Next time you drive by, just stop by and hang out.
You could
Nah,
go
no
take some
way.
pics, Jacob.
Oh yeah.
He was running around with that camera.
Yeah, that is true. I've never thought about like showing up and I always feel like I'd be prompting someone though, like, hey, you want to do something cool quick? And then if they get hurt, like I'm.
That's not on you at all. It's
no.
it's like those people that want to. Like a lot of people think that if they let skaters on their property and they get hurt, they'll sue. It's like you would have to be a total scumbag to go and skate someone's property and sue them if you
Right.
get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, and you see the craziest shit on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, like I see people like just drop like that. There's one. It was like a year ago. I saw this video of this guy who just straight dropped off of a 1.5 story ledge and like shattered his ankle. And first of all, that shouldn't be on my Instagram feed. Like I didn't like seeing it. But like second of all, like it's extreme. Like you shouldn't just like that's like watching like the Red Bull kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Except people are like they are doing that stuff. I've never seen anyone doing that here. But if that's the impression that you have of what's going on, like that's not probably realistic for like 98% of people who are skaters.
No. A lot of people don't jump down things like that.
Yeah.
Some people do though.
Some
People
people
still
do.
get pretty busted up. Like I was skating at Chesley, and
I love this story.
some kid broke his arm. He was like my age, and he was getting back out there for the first time, and he had this sick new board. And he just broke his arm, fell back, and I drove him to the hospital. And then later, like I bought his board from him,
Oh man.
and so
Well,
now that's my
it
skateboard.
was just in your vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did pay him for it though.
Oh.
And
He's
yeah,
got to pay for the hospital bills.
Yeah, he's like, I think I'm done skateboarding.
Oh man.
I'm like, well, I think I want your board. That was cool.
Yeah, it's already got. If there's like any balance in the universe, that's already
Yeah.
got like at least one arm
That's
break
what I
taken out of
figure.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know that it's dangerous sports. I come from snowboarding mostly, but skateboarding is really cool. I actually got into it like during the pandemic because I used to rollerblade on skate parks a little bit, but was never that good. And skateboarding was always that like this is definitely a harder, cooler sport, or at least like harder on the sort of like fundamental staying on your thing. on
Oh,
your
those are
board.
fighting words to some
Yeah.
people, man.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I mean, I've been a snowboarder and a skier and a rollerblader and a skateboarder, and like I think the learning curves on those things are a little different, but we don't need to get too deep into it. Maybe.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, I would if someone invited me to go snowboarding, I would say yes. If someone invited me to go skateboarding, I would be like, where? Do you have any like cool stories from the park or like just like skating in this area? Like any like anecdotes or just like cool things that have happened to you during your time here?
A friend of mine ollied over not Randy Moss. God, maybe it was. The Vikings used to do their training camp in town,
Sure.
and they we used to skate there all the time during the summer, and they were there, and a couple of them laid down like on some stairs, and they like ollied over them. That was pretty cool.
Wait,
I'll have to figure out.
Where were you skating? Like there, it was up on MSU. They do the.
Yeah,
the
we're
camp?
at MSU, and it was at the main area where like the fountain and stuff is. But yeah, they were coming back from their one of their practices, and they go and like watch films or something, and yeah,
Are they pretty skater friendly up at MSU?
Hit or miss. Sometimes they
miss.
don't care about us, but sometimes
Yeah.
they kick us out.
They've never yelled at me on my longboard, but they've yelled at me on like a regular skateboard.
Yeah, if you're just like skating through, they don't hassle you as much. But if you're like doing tricks, then they'll they'll ask you to leave.
If you're actively skating a feature.
Yeah.
I used to like my longboarding was my main transportation around campus. It was great. I got a lot of hours on the board that way. The wheels are different though. Skateboarding's tough out there.
Yeah, we got the little harder wheels,
Yeah.
smaller board.
You guys got cool off-season sports you're excited for?
Not me.
No.
Yeah, not really.
I was going to be in the studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I try to get to the park like once a week. So
Cool. Well,
used to snowboard, but I just can't find it in my wallet to go out to Mankato, and
yeah.
I'm too old to walk up and down a hill.
How would someone be able to help the DIY skate park? Like if somebody just had a truckload of concrete, would that be pretty cool? Or
That would be
That would be
what
awesome.
would be the?
They could
How does
reach out to the Instagram.
Reach out to
send
Instagram.
a message to them.
Cool.
Set
Anyone
up a
with
time
a-
to come drop stuff off.
truckload of concrete or some like metal beams, metal
Yeah.
features?
Yeah, we've had people drop off stuff before. Not always the greatest stuff, but
Sure, I'm sure you had a bunch of garbage too.
yeah, for a little bit there, it kind of looked like a dump. Then we had to move some stuff, but
It
Yeah.
still looks
Well,
like a
we-
dump sometimes, but only from one angle now.
yeah. But we're pretty resourceful. We can take stuff and use it for fill or
Cool.
anything really.
What where like does Mankato need more skate parks in general?
Yes.
Is this just the first of the many it needs on its growth towards
Yeah.
ultimate like
I would-
skate park heaven? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would say, I've always said this too, is that there should be like a free one in North Mankato, just to kind of bridge that gap, because this one's, it's all the way up on campus. What about the kids that can't get a ride?
North would be a good spot.
I
Yeah,
just can't believe there isn't one at Spring Lake Park. Like it looks
know.
like one you would. It just looks like a place you'd find a skate park. Honestly.
Yeah.
Cool. That would be a neat spot.
yeah. 'Cause I know when I was a kid, I would skate from North 5th Street, and I would hit all the spots up through MSU and then go to the park. I'd just skate until I got kicked out and then go to the park and try to weasel my way in for a free session or something. Or if I
Greasy
had,
Wednesday.
Or if I had Monday, yeah, Greasy Wednesdays.
They used to do dollar days.
sessions.
It was like crowded.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, yeah, it was always crowded. It was a smaller space too, so I'm sure a normal crowd at the new park back then was probably way too many for the inside.
Yeah, it was like packed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it mostly the same? Like I've only been in there since they rebuilt it. I don't know what it was like before it burned down or anything like that. Like
So the building that's there now, I want to say is like, it could have fit 3 of the indoor parks in it.
oh really?
That's how compact everything was in there before. And as for features, it's like completely different.
Sure.
Yeah.
So do you think things have gotten better in like the amount of time that you've been here, or worse for the general like skate community in Mankato?
I think it's a lot of give and take.
Yeah.
A lot of people have moved away that were really, really key to like skateboarding in Mankato. We also have a lot of really good, really cool new people in the community though as well. A lot of people are here for college that have become like a regular part of the skate scene. But the thing about being a college town too is that 2 to 4 years from now, those people have to leave as well. So it's kind of rough to have that.
But we also get new faces too. Every
lot.
every year, new freshmen come through, and we usually see a couple skaters from that.
Yeah. And actually, we end up seeing a lot more people, like a lot more college kids at the DIY than I ever did
Yeah.
at Chesley.
It's because they're poor, man. They
Yeah, they're eating ramen noodles.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when they took the stairs out at the bottom of the hill here.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen skaters on it a couple times, but I was like, when they didn't put anything in, I was like, why? I'm talking about the Cherry Street. because
Yeah.
Other people don't know where we are who are watching. But yeah, the Cherry Street, that big set of stairs, I saw people skate that like pretty rarely, but I was always like, that's a brave person.
Yeah, that one's hard to skate too because it's like going downhill. Like it's not a nice flat surface right before the top of the stairs. It's like hill stairs.
like I've seen like skiers, snowboarders, and rollerbladers hit it.
I've seen that too.
I've seen one skateboarder try to hit the stairs. Not the big steep one, but like further up, there's like another 5 stair that would like kind of go down and bend around. Seen somebody try that and get wrecked. So
Yeah, I've seen some people doing some things on longboards too. Like I've seen people like up on Old Warren, and that's nuts.
That's way too gnarly for me.
Yeah, and I've seen people bomb this hill too, and I'm just like, what? You're gonna be in traffic.
that little guy.
No, this.
I'm worried
like,
about that little guy.
I'm
This
I don't like
hill
that.
actually isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like
No.
all the way down here.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's probably worse with that median at the bottom now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that thing confuses me. I don't want to like just like go full boomer and complain about a median on my podcast. Someone is going to get in a car accident there because that's where
Yeah.
80% of the spin outs I see in this town are is at the bottom of the
I've
hill.
seen people also not see it when they're turning off of that street and like have to like come around it and almost hit someone.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm guessing you guys also probably know like Chucky,
Yeah.
longtime friend of the show.
Dagger.
Yes, Mr. Dagger Chuck. Again, and then I also have a friend, Sean Asplin, who
Oh,
used
yeah.
to try the craziest shit on his skateboard when we were kids. Every time I'd hang out with him, I'd be like, "What the hell are you doing, dude?"
He's been skating again lately.
That's what I heard. That's awesome.
I gotta link up with him.
Did we say the actual name of the Instagram? I don't think we've
I don't
said.
think we did.
Yeah,
We should probably do that.
Make sure we get a shout out of that.
Shout out, it's North Star DIY on Instagram.
Yep.
Awesome. No, just spelled how it sounds.
And yeah.
Is that how it is? I don't remember.
NORTHSTR STAR
Okay.
DIY.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Sure. Well, do we have any other things we want to talk about? We can.
Well, I would be remiss if I
Yeah.
had Connor on and I didn't talk at least a little bit about how this dude is literally in his studio 24/7. I've literally gotten there at 8
You
a.m.
mean his apartment?
Yeah, basically.
He like lives there.
Hopefully Ken isn't listening, but basically his apartment. But yeah, I know you got an EP in the works, basically finished. It's in its final stages at least. You got a grant for it. If you just want to take a few minutes to shout out your music, and I know you said you got your first show coming up soon, so I thought I'd give you a chance to shout that out.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to be releasing music pretty soon under the name Canard. It's going to be like new French house, electronic funk soul stuff. And I'm going to be playing a show at the Enchanted Muse on New Year's. So
Thanks.
Awesome.
Cool.
And I fully endorse it. I love everything I've heard this guy come out with, so
shucks.
you got to check
Thank
it
you.
out.
Well, I mean,
Cool.
close. We'll probably just bring it back on to talk exclusively about the music closer to the release date. You know, because that sounds like right up our alley too. I've heard Zach singing your praises for a long time, so it was cool to see you're involved with 2 awesome projects.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we love to see it in the area with cool things popping up. So that skate park is a win.
Yeah, genuine
Hope to see
things. Like if I was a kid, I'd be so fucking stoked you guys were around. So
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for doing that for community. Also, my mom lives over there and she loves it. So you got at least
That's
one
awesome.
person in the neighborhood that has your back.
That's good to
Nice.
hear.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of the neighbors don't really care or like they like it. I don't think we've really had problems. There was one time my friend brought his car up there and was playing some music with a subwoofer, but she just yelled at him, "Turn it down, it's too loud." And no problems there after that.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Heck yeah. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Any final shout outs or plugs you guys want to do before we wrap? And was there anything more about the music project, or you just mentioned that you had the upcoming show?
Yes, I have an upcoming
You
show
wanna- yeah.
What's the date on that?
on New Year's.
Yeah, New Year's.
New
New Year's
Okay.
Eve, I believe. It'll be that evening. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be playing, but I will be playing that soon. So please come out and come check it out. Cause
Do you know who else is on the bill?
I knew, but I
No
don't
worries.
anymore. I forgot. I'm sorry.
No worries. This is mainly for the skate park anyway. I just wanted
Yeah.
to give you a shout out.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other plugs for the skate park or Instagram and check it out? North Star DIY.
Shout out Kevin's.
Definitely shout out Kevin. I think it's Kev_gets_buck on Instagram.
I love that name.
He's
It's very true.
Cool.
He's definitely the main man down there. He's always building, always scheming. He's
Good.
always skating. He's there like sunrise until,
Cool.
I swear I got there one day and I'm like, how long you been here? And he's like, like 9 hours maybe.
Yeah, he's insane. Big shouts
Yeah.
to Kevin. Shouts to all of the Minnesota skateboarders. Everyone in Minneapolis skateboarding. Shout out
Yeah.
to you guys. I don't get to see you guys very often.
Yeah, they
but-
came to, brought some stuff, right? AJ and those guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they got that marble.
Yeah. Shouts to Zombie Board Shop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Help Board Shop as well.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any shows you need to shout out?
Yeah, my Instagram, I'm going to start, I guess, plugging my music on is FD Canard, Canard.
Nice.
And that's all I got right now. But soon I'll have some stuff on Spotify. I'm going to release my record as soon, or like for the New Year's party. That's also going to be when I release my EP.
Nice.
Cool.
I just have an Instagram that I sometimes post skating. It's just John Gets Buck. John_gets_buck.
Cool.
I love the Get Buck
Yeah.
handle. That's great.
Oh, yeah, also shouts to wangfang.com.
What?
Shouts to wangfang.com. If you
Okay.
know, you know.
If
Okay.
you know, you
If you
know.
know, you know.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Well, thanks for joining us. This was slick.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right.